Before us, the Learned Counsel for the SSC has vehemently argued that the Commissioner has erred in law and on facts in assuming jurisdiction under Section 263 of the Act. Full stop. The first and foremost submission put forth is that the Commissioner has erred the context of the explanation within bracket C to Section 263 within bracket 1 of the Act. Full stop. It is submitted that in terms of explanation within bracket C to Section 263 within bracket 1, the Commissioner was not entitled to receive the assessment order on the issues relating to the claims of deduction under Section 10A and show of the Act, in as much as the said claims were critically examined and partially disallowed by the assessing officer, and the same were subject matter of consideration and decision by the Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals in the quantum proceedings. In this regard, it has been pointed out that in the assessment processings, the claim of the SSC for deduction under Section 10A as also the quantum of deduction under Section 80 HHE of the Act was modified, and the same was carried in appeal before the Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals, who, while his order dated 23/1/2006 has allowed relief to the SSC. In these circumstances, the Commissioner was precluded from examining the same in terms of Section 263 of the Act. It is brought out by the Learned Counsel is that the SSC is engaged in the business of development and export of software, and it has been expanding its business on a substantial scale over the years. It is submitted that for over a period of years, the SSC has established various new undertakings at different inactions, which are not only physically identifiable but are also separate, independent and severable units, and the SSC company has been claiming and was allowed exemption in respect of the profits of such individual units in terms of Section 10A of the Act. It was pointed out that insofar as the assessment year 2002-3 is concerned, the SSC had 10 separate undertakings eligible for the claim of deduction under Section 10A of the Act, which had been set up over various years. This also included 2 undertakings which were set up during the year under consideration. It was submitted that the assessment under Section 143 within bracket 3 of the Act was completed by the assessing officer after examining SSC's eligibility for the claim of deduction under Section 10A of the Act, and in this context, reference was also made to the discussion made in the assessment order. Denial would be indevious circumstances between persons similarly situated violating Article 14 when the remedy was intended to be given by the legislature to the poor and inarticulate who usually do not take advantage of the remedy of reference to higher forums. Section 28A within bracket 2 and within bracket 3 throws sufficient light in the interpretation of Section 28A within bracket 1, 11, 18 and 31. Payment of equal compensation to all the people having interest in the lands acquired under the same notification is the embodiment and running thread to avail of the right and the remedy provided for under Section 28A for redetermination of the compensation by the aggrieved persons. It was also contended that the finality of the disposal of the reference under Sections 18 and 54 of Article 136 crystallizes the quantum of compensation payable to the lands under acquisition, and that should not only furnish the remedy to lay claim but also starting point to compute the limitation. Full stop. This beneficial interpretation would subserve the purpose of section 28A. Full stop. A interpretation to advance the object of section 28A should be adopted to achieve the legislative animation of according parity in payment of compensation to all claimants who have an interest in the lands under the acquisition. Full stop. Restricted interpretation envisaged for the safe frustrates the object of the right and remedy given by section 28A of the Act. Full stop. Section 28A is not a transitional provision but one enacted to give benefit in perpetuity even to non-protester of the right and remedy of redetermination when his neighbor secured higher compensation. Full stop. Before considering the sweep and effect of section 28A, it would be profitable to advert to the scheme of compensation awardable to a land acquired pursuant to the notification published under section 4 within bracket 1 and declaration made under section 6 thereof. Full stop. By issuing notices under section 9 and 10 to persons interested in the acquired land, they are required to put forth their claims for compensation payable therefore. Full stop. The collector defined under section 3 within bracket C who issues such notices is enjoined by section 11 to hold an inquiry on the claims for making an award of the compensation which in his opinion should be allowed for the land. Full stop. In determining the amount of compensation, the collector shall be guided by the provisions of sections 23 and 24 as is enjoined by section 15. Full stop. However, such award cannot be made by the collector without the prescribed approval of the appropriate government. Stop.